Hello, this is Kevin Kirk with Alpine Mortgage, and I just wanted to put together for you a three-part series and talk a little bit about home loans. Seems a lot of people are always asking about it. Sometimes they're a little bit afraid to talk to a lender about home loans, but bottom line is there are really only three major areas that we're looking at, and we're just trying to figure out the combination, I should say, of those three areas. There's the cash that is needed for a down payment or reserves, there's the credit, and then there's your income, of course. So let's start off today talking about your cash. Cash would be three different areas. One is the down payment needed for the home loan. Second would be any reserves that you might need. That's not necessarily money spent, just money in the bank after the whole transaction is completed. And then the last thing is closing costs. Starting with the down payment, that is one area of the home loan that you need your money for. Many loans, in fact, some loans, I should say, USDA and the VA loan for veterans, they don't require a down payment. They're 100% financing and they're still in place. The USDA loan that I was speaking about is for rural properties, and so you just have to be in an outlying area and where the eligibility map based and as well as the income guidelines, you have to meet both of those criteria. With a VA loan, you just have to have been a veteran and you have to be eligible for a VA loan. Now, the least amount of down payment for a loan that's not a VA or a USDA is through FHA, Federal Housing Administration, which is handled by the government. That's a 3.5% down payment. Typically, that money has to be your own, or it can be a gift from a family member or relative, somebody really close to you. Okay, 3.5%. That is different than closing costs, and that's something you always have to come in with no matter what. Even if the seller is willing to credit you money, it can't be part of that 3.5%. So that's where that comes in. The last portion would be, say, a conventional loan with a minimum of 5% down. So you would just need, and that has to be your own money. It's you cannot get gifts for the first 5% on a conventional loan unless you're getting a full 20% gift on a conventional loan. So that's a little bit about that. The second part of the cash equation is closing costs. Closing costs are separate from down payment. Closing costs are lender costs, in other words, paying myself for processing, underwriting the loan, paying the title company for title insurance, for being the neutral third party. That's usually done through the escrow process. And the last thing is for an impound account. Pay for your insurance up front, pay for your taxes that are needed, and then to build your impound account so that the lender will then turn around and make your payments whenever those come due. So that's the other portion of the cash equation. Now, with closing costs, you can get the seller to pay some of it or virtually all of it. So that's something that you can negotiate through the process versus a down payment, which is typically not negotiable. Any of these different items can be talked with and negotiated through your realtor, through myself, or however you want to complete your transaction. So for more information, and if you'd like to talk about a specific piece of information about the cash portion, please give me a call here at Alpine Mortgage. My number is 916-888-1214, or you can email me at kkirk, K-K-I-R-K, at alpinemc.com. Thanks for watching.